Miami Beach. Pull up like LeBron with the heat. I bought a crib in the crib with the office shit. Beach at my mouth, but I can't see me walking there. I'm with a Tesla, but it ain't no charge of that. I call up Cohen, Brianna, been parking their choppy box seats. I'm watching Usher, they cop like stop right next to my block at Trust Bar. Beat, I might drop that hips on the stallion and Doja her top half, 2300 on the horse and I'm Mike. Switching out the character, the strippers like Tigers. Legends on 3, 2, 1. You tried it. You say you love me like you love him. You lying. You know your worth for what it's worth. I could buy it. We'll say it's only at the top, but I'm biased because I'm only at the top. But you tried it. You say you love me like you love him. You lying. You know your worth for what it's worth. I could buy it.
We are just south of Pioneer Square here in the great northwest city of Seattle at newly named Lumen Field, home of the 12s. Today we start the new year with an NFC matchup out west, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Seattle Seahawks. A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the 4th-year man, it's Cam Akers. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Calling no gain on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down now. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance, they're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
On 1st down, Stafford here. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. To throw is Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at the 34. Throwing now is Geno. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 37-yard line.
To throw is Smith. Going right back to Fant. A gain there of 21 yards.
Good job there getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Smith. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it. Well, this one, CD, an interesting one to start the season in the NFC West. A lot of people think that this is the 49ers division to lose, but you caution not so fast.
Remember Seattle 2022? A playoff team, and the Rams, they took a dip, but renewed sense of purpose, renewed sense of optimism.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
He lets it fly for Lockett. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ahkello Witherspoon.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On first and 10, Stafford. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz, too fast to handle.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. They got to get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down.
Middle. 32. Stay 50.
Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first two drives, but this one's going to again amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Now it's Lockett. And that one a 55-yard punt, 13 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, first and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coach to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something, when you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about 00? Like Jim Otto used to wear, or Kenny Burrow used to wear. Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
That one goes for 24 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's first and goal. Here's Walker. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, second and goal. Smith going to move him around.
Brings up second and goal.
Walker, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way.
He was brought down by John Johnson. A 3-yard loss on the play.
We're scoreless after one.
That's the end of the first quarter with no score.
Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, my, you know that's one that he'll want to have back. I mean, they did everything right. Got the linebackers commit on the play action. He just flat out missed.
Myers' kick is good, and the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they went standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead grows to 10-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. They'll run on first down with Akers. Oh, a solid stiff arm in some open field. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. From the 41, here's a 2nd and 4. They'll go again here with Akers. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Stafford now to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense's past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Get to the football. It's blocked. And a blocked field goal, so not only an opportunity missed, an opportunity made there on special teams.
Without a doubt, and I need to check with my analytics guy because every coach we've ever talked to, they always say, if you block a kick in special teams, your team wins 90+% of the time. I've never truly seen that number quantified, but that's how coaches believe.
Off of play action, here's Smith. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Hey, let's go Sunday.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. And this one is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Throwing on third down, Smith. This is Fant on the short completion. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And Smith here, an audible at the line.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Walker now on 1st and 10. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack. And I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one. But occasionally, the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly. Maybe someone tipped it off. But on that play, it had no chance.
Throw out wide to Walker. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. This is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 26. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Give to Walker on the read option. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. Second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Aaron Donald with a sack.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from starting out.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So on 4th down, here's Jason Myers for the Seahawk field goal. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something, being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. He's got him in. Complete. Off to the races. Moving inside the 20. Cooper Kupp taking it in. And the Rams are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 13-7. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. From the gun, here's Smith. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Now it's Smith. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now a first down throw, Stafford. And he's got this to Jefferson. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando.
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. But we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Here's Moore. He will return it. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And quickly they get to the line. Now Geno. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Walker. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Here's Smith now on second down. And Walker has it. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 30. 23 yards the pickup there. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. From the gun, it's Walker. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Back to Walker on first down. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker taking it in from the 20. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. They're going to try and run. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the two-point conversion to extend this lead. The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Stafford's going to move them around. Going right back to Akers. 62 yards rushing for him now to this point. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Stafford. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Now Stafford. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Bobby Wagner multiple times in All-Pro in there to drop him for a loss. So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack. And they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for L.A. 49 yards. Stafford going to give this to Akers. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. Here's Stafford. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. Touchdown, Rams. Van Jefferson. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Extra point splits the uprights. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now we'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Geno now to throw. And he's got Smith and Jigba. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Again, it's Walker. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Throwing now is Geno. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Well, they'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. And now Smith going to change the play.
Hey, trio left.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. So on now comes the kicker. It's Jason Myers. This to make it a 2-score game. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Hey, give me a radar.
To throw is Stafford. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Kupp. Stafford to his number 1 guy, Kupp, for a Los Angeles first. And they're going to speed things up here. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
No receivers open, so who's forced to put that one into Puget Sound? That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers, and ultimately, a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down. Throwing is Stafford. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down. Desperation time for Stafford on fourth down. Going up top for Kupp. That's caught inside the 20. And he is going to have the Rams first down, and this is going to wind up being not just a conversion, but a play that flips the field as well. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers, 14 yards. And the Rams have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Stafford's going to try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. And the lead is cut to 2 here in the fourth. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
Third and 10. Expect a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. Smith. And that's going to be caught downfield by Finn. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Smith going to throw it. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
This one goes underneath to Walker. He's got room to roam. Down the right sideline. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Seahawks get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. This is 1st and 10. On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now Stafford. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's third down now. Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
They've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with the offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here,
taking it right down Broadway. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Well, all 3 timeouts remain. How much that'll matter remains to be seen. It's 1st and 10. Stafford's throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They come up now on 2nd and 2. Now it's Stafford. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Seahawks have just about sewn up this football game. Well, this game has not been short on intrigue, but that's the backbreaker right there, and it's going to put any hope of victory to bed.
Yeah, they knew they needed the touchdown, and when you have that little time remaining, they know they've got no choice except to go for broke, and that they did. But the interception, that means defeat.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Throwing now, Smith. This is Fant on the short completion. Well, he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Seahawks, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0.